Welcome to Creatively Exposed, a podcast and safe space for Black and marginalized creatives to empower, educate, and uplift you through the final product of self and creation. Bring a homie, share with a homie, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Creatively Exposed. And I am so ready to just do nothing for the rest of the day. Hopefully, if you are listening on Monday, that you've taken care of yourself the past weekend, that, they be lasting like 5 minutes, and it's upsetting me and my homegirls. But anyway, happy April. Happy National Poetry Month. New moon in Aries was Friday. So we literally have 3 days after to put in our, manifestations, talk to the universe, do the spiritual hygiene things. And so, Aries season feels good. Last season, Pisces season was not, it was not my favorite. But what I can say is that March owes me nothing. And I think that sometimes it's good to really sit and savor time, right? Like the time that passes, because I don't feel like time really feels real wild lately. Yeah, it's April, but what the fuck does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? And so for me, March owes me absolutely nothing. I've had some lessons, some learning, some inner work that has come up in the month of March, and wow. That new moon hitting Chiron, if you don't know what the hell that means, Chiron is our wounded healer, and we have that placement in our charts. Everybody does. And what it is, the mythology behind it is that the God or whatever it was could not heal themselves, but through healing other people, they were able to find healing. And so it's been really interesting. I went to AWP, and that is the author, writer, 𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐤𝐭𝐫. It's a conference where writers and publishers and authors and hella poets went to, and there's panels, and it was my first AWP, and so wow, the world does not deserve poets, because let me tell you, when I didn't know that I needed a cup, my cup it overfloweth, poets, especially diaspora, queer folk. I love all of you. I've never been in a consistent, safe space like that. I don't think ever. Deadass. For a conference? Nah. Absolutely not. For those who don't know, I am an introvert, and so my social battery, I'm like, whoa, bruh, let me pray that I can make it through these days. But I never run out. And that is a testament. I think that is a testament to the poets that I have met that are no longer just bubbles on Twitter, picture profile pictures or whatever. I love all of y'all. I love all of y'all. And so I got hella books, and that is because I controlled myself. I feel like I only looked at half of the book fair that's there. Y'all, there's a book fair. I repeat, it's a book fair in there. And there's fellowship opportunity. There's all kinds of stuff. So, but the off-site poetry events, that's the stuff right there. Like, that is where you get poetry readings and you just able to sit in a room with writers, celebrating writers, and it was so good. It was so good. So there's a couple of poetry events I have going on this month. Shout out to Miami. And this coming Saturday, if you are in the local area, you can meet a poet, and that is in Books and Books from 3 to 5. And Coral Gables, yours truly, will be one of the poets. And there's like a reading, question and answer, like just link up with a poet, maybe write some dope shit, you know. And then there is the drag show poetry event, which I am so excited about. And that is April 22nd. So I'll see if I remember to put the link for Miami. And that the meetup is really just you show up. You don't really have to register. At least I didn't see anything. And for the drag show event, you gotta register. So I'm gonna put that in the show notes. So let's discuss some things that are on my spirit. There's a lot of stuff in my mind, but I think two things. The bounce back from rejection, I would say, or from an L, right? Sometimes we catch L's, right? And many times we get better opportunities later down the line. Sit with that moment. I also have a link. This also ties in, this helps. So with the L, I have a tendency to push forward, and this I'm sure that is not just unique to myself, to push forward and keep going, even though like sometimes you get punched in the face by life, right? And in no moment, like you got up. I guess this goes with the Grammys too, but like you got a black eye or whatever, and you just out here rolling around with your black eye versus sitting and realizing, yo, this shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit fucking hurt. And I keep going, and there are times where I'm writing is part of my life, and there are things to be written. There are additional deadlines to be met. There are people waiting for this thing that you are writing, and there's also submission windows. And I have been questioning my writing, and I don't always feel like I'm one of those writers that it's like words are terrible and they're hard and whatever. I mean, it depends, right? But usually when I'm in the throes of writing, I'm not suffering while I'm writing. And it can be a testament to a couple of different things, like the theme and the genre and how raw and honest I am being, and if I'm even gonna share that shit, right? But for the most part, I don't struggle as much when I'm writing, or not in a consistent way. And lately it's been a struggle. It's been a wondering, is this good enough? And I'm just like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? And then we reroute to the punch in the face, right? And it's wild because my friends told me, like, my writer group, they're like, yeah, you need to shake that shit off. Let it go, you know, on some Elsa shit, because one no or 100 of them doesn't mean that you're trash, period. It might mean that you're niche, you are unique, you could learn a couple of things, which is the route that I'm taking, that I'm like, oh, I see there's something here. And also there's a big thing that I struggle with, and I as great as my English is, asterisk, because who knows, and it's not my first language, and so I do get a lot of, you're writing in passive voice, and it's like, conjugation? No? Okay. And I kind of get what that is, but I know that I can learn a little bit better because I'm writing in English, right? And that is something that's like a sore spot for me, and so I'm just like, all right, we could learn and do some things. And so I'm also going to be taking some classes and seeing how I can work through and be more confident by improving some of my skills, because we never are done learning. And so all of that to say, like, don't let doors that close make you feel like you ain't going nowhere. You still in the hallway. You are still in the hallway. There are still other doors, windows, shit to bust down. Maybe it means go bigger. Maybe it means reroute and find another way. Maybe it motherfucking means take a nap. Lord, I've been tired. Sometimes we need to just stop doing the most and have that overflowing cup and listen to poets, in my case, experience art. I also went to the museum in Philly. That was fucking dope. There's 3 floors. Yes, there's 3 floors, and there were ceilings. They had ceilings of temples. Man, that was so cool. And so, like, an Asian temple. I don't know if it was Chinese. I believe it was. Yes. So, just being is such a struggle. And so sometimes we need to slow down and be and take in art of just whatever that fills our emotional cup. And so, boom, segue. So my therapist put me on to because I've been asking, how do I take care of myself before burnout, right? Like, proactively self-caring and making sure that my cup is full consistently, right?